As you can see, I am now in Ottawa. Just got off the train. Very good train journey, uneventful. It's all a bit of Ontario wilderness, a lot of farming land. At the station now, which is unusual. It's not actually set in the downtown area, unlike Montreal and Toronto. That's the centre of town over there. Now I've got to wait for about half an hour or so for Scott to finish work and then come and pick me up. And tonight we will be going to the hockey game. And the weather is actually quite, well, it's almost European, pretty much like we would have at home. Not cold at all.
I'm back in England. Welcome to Ottawa. This is my place right here where Simon and I are staying. Pretty much downtown Ottawa. Too bad y'all can't be here. You have to come another time.
What's this place called, Scott?
This is Sussex Drive you're looking at, where the Prime Minister lives. In the Ottawa River, if you can see that. You get the Mint, the Royal Canadian Mint, where we make all our money. You can do tours of the museum. So on the other side of that, you have the National War Museum, the National Gallery, and way up in the far end, you can see the US Embassy with the glass things kind of ceiling roof.
Looking back down Sussex Drive, which is where we just come up, it's only about a couple of 100 yards, and Scott was going to tell me what this building is in front.
This here now is a better view of the National Gallery. You can see all glass and fancy. The exhibits come in here from time to time. They're all right. Coming back around now, you can see the back of the Parliament buildings. The back building that's all kind of spiky is the library. It was the only building that wasn't burnt down when the fire, when the whole Parliament burnt down. The top part, the Peace
When was
Tower. The fire, I think, was in the early 1900s. When you're coming back across, you see the Chateau Laurier is the nice hotel in Ottawa. You get a better view of the US Embassy right here in front of us, the American flag flying on top. Coming back around.
Where's the embassy?
Across the street, you can see where those kind of black awnings are. It's right by where my office is. And then right across the street from us here, you have, I'm not sure what the name of the church is, but it's the nice one in Ottawa. I'm new here too, so I'm a bit of a tourist as well.
Looking back at the church, which is where we just did some filming. To the left is the art gallery that Scott was talking about. And actually right on the riverbank now, of the Ottawa River. We're looking back. Is it west or is this north?
That is north.
Yeah.
Hull, Quebec. Museum of Civilization,
Okay.
and the kind of domed, funny buildings.
And now Hull, that's virtually the francophone version of Ottawa, is that correct?
Pretty much. Some government buildings.
Yeah.
And you have the Ottawa River, Parliament up on the hill. You get a better view of the library.
There's actually a bit of snow down in the foreground there. That's the library that Scott was talking about, which wasn't burnt down. And this is the back view of the main Parliament buildings with the maple leaf vine on top. Over the part where we took the last pictures, and you get a better view of the river just down there on the bridge. And right below us is a canal which actually stretches from the St. Lawrence right here to the Ottawa River, and I don't know how far that is in terms of distance. Any idea, Scott?
Far. Takes you a long time to dig.
Yeah. So these are extra Parliament buildings, and
Office buildings for MPs.
yeah, and the main Parliament building is the other side of that, isn't it, Scott?
Yeah. There you can see our flowers starting to bloom.
Yeah. This is Rideau Street, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, across the street is the National War Monument.
Which is this right there in front of me. And just the other side of that is the British Embassy. We are now in Parliament Square.
Parliament Hill.
Parliament Hills is called. And what happens with this big area?
This is all the buildings. In the middle is center block where you have the House of Commons and the Senate. You have the big Peace Tower there. Way up top, you can see the clock and the flag. We'll go up there a little later. The other buildings to the left and right of that are just office buildings for the MPs and the senators. All the buildings around this area are all offices, government offices, civil servants across the street. And that's where we're going to meet up.